Hello and welcome to drinknectar.com. I'm your host, Josh Wade, and this is the internet's place to explore the five senses of Greek wine. And I know Greece has been making wine since, the beginning of time. It seems like the Greek gods, probably invented and discovered wine so that we could enjoy it. But I've never had any, so I'm pretty excited about this. To have this opportunity. So we're going to be tasting the same grape tonight, and it's called, and I'm going to butcher it, I'm sure, the Assyrtiko grape, and they say it's one of the noble white wine grapes of Greece. So we'll take their word for it. But the first wine we're going to try, and they're both from the Santorini region. This is a 2008, and it's Boutari. I'm not sure of the price, but I'll put it in the notes and get as many details as I can in the notes so that you guys can be fully informed of the wine. This one is very like a yellow color to it, a yellow gold color, but it's still very clear, very light, and it's pretty clean as well. So let's give it a sniff. Okay, so kind of compiling notes from a bunch of people that I've been talking to on the wines because it's great to enjoy wine with friends. And the general consensus we got of this was it had a lot of sulfates in it. It smelled a little like an overripe melon, like an overripe cantaloupe. And so for me, it was difficult to pinpoint that fruit right at first because it had some like a cleaning element that seemed to be coming out that threw off the whole thing. But let's give it a sip and see what we get there. Okay, so overall the wine is kind of like a decent mouth coating feel to it. It doesn't, it just kind of lingers in your mouth a little bit. It almost feels like it might have been aged in oak just a hair. I need to do some research to find that out because it does seem to, have some of that woodiness to it that would coat your mouth, but I could be way off. But now, and this kind of was pointed out by one of my friends, is you got that, it turns a little bitter, a little sour towards the end in the finish. The acidity's there, which is good, so it could be a great food wine, would be a great cooking wine. I'm sure that's not their intention for it. They want you to drink it and not cook with it. There's something just feels slightly off about the wine. Personally, I wasn't too offended by the nose of the wine. I don't mind that overripe cantaloupe smell, but that's just what's coming out. So if you don't like that, then you might not like this wine. All right, so the next wine we're going to be trying comes in what appears to be a much more masculine bottle. It actually comes across as having a much more expensive appearance as well, so we'll see what the cost is on this one. But once again, it's the Assyrtiko grape, Aryros, I think is how you'd pronounce that. And any Greek friends out there, you can certainly point out in the notes. And it's 2008, again from the Santorini region. This one is a lot less of that yellow color and more on the clear, barely even like a straw color. It's really subdued and mellow. Let's give it a sniff. All right, so the tartness is coming out for sure in there. And you get some citrus play on the nose, but it seems really tight. There's not a ton happening on the nose, but let's give it a sip. So this one actually plays out to me a lot like some of the Greek Sauvignon Blancs that I had. Has that grapefruit flavor in there, some effervescence. Really, kind of tastes a little bubbly on the nose, or like when you're drinking. It's like it tickles your nose a little bit. And overall, it's pretty screaming acidity. I'd have to look it up to get some specifics on it, but the acidity seems to be really good. So, if you're having it with some sort of shellfish or a spicy dish, some Asian food, some Asian fusion food, really be a great dish with that type of food, or a great wine for that type of food. So, all in all, I'm actually really impressed with the structure of this wine, and a little less impressed with this one, but not overly disappointed. So life's always meant to be enjoyed with friends, so I encourage you to explore all kinds of new things. I mean, go to your local liquor store, go to your local wine shop, see if they have some things that you haven't had an opportunity to try, because you may stumble across some things that really surprise you. Drink happy. That's it.